And certainly it's great to see them back on the court for the first time in almost a calendar year. So here we go. Ogilvy taking the tip against Teray Washington. Ball is up and we're underway. Ogilvy wins it back for Mercyhurst. Michael Bradley, formerly of Navy, throws it to the near side for Zach McIntyre. Bradley gets it back on the far wing. Screen from Ogilvy. Back to the wing. McIntosh inside. Ogilvy double team. Kicked out. McIntyre. Top of the circle. McIntosh pulls it back out. 7 on the shot clock. Driving. Kicking it out. Gross. Layup from Bradley is good. Good ball movement there from Mercyhurst. They're on the board.
That's great patience from that team to wait and find the open shot, the best shot available.
So Donovan Miller will bring it up the court. Freshman had a really strong debut in all aspects of the game yesterday. Step back from Shaim Hicks is off the back iron. Up come the Lakers. Three-pointer, McIntosh, that's good. Just like yesterday, Lakers get out to a 5-0 lead early.
I thought it was imperative for him to have a great game today. He didn't have too good of a one yesterday, 4 for 13 from the field. That's a great 3 to start the game off.
Miller drives. Good pass out. Hicks will try again, and this time he connects. Three-pointer off the assist from Donovan Miller. Ogilvy doubled, steal by Hicks. Hicks up court. Zion Golding out to Terzic, the three-pointer. Off front rim, offensive rebound, Washington falls. No travel called. Pass down low,
Great
an easy
pass.
layup for Golding, and we are tied.
That's a great pass by Donovan, the freshman.
2 assists already, assisting on both of AIC's baskets. Looking like a strong facilitator at that guard spot. Bradley, screen from Ogilvy, he'll kick it out. Cam Gross with a deep three-pointer, that's off. And a rebound for Hicks. Miller working on Bradley. Takes the screen, drives baseline. Reverse layup is up and in. Donovan Miller with a strong offensive start for the Yellow Jackets, and they have their first lead of the ball game.
That's a great crafty layup.
Lakers looking to answer after a couple of misses. Bradley to the bucket. It's off, put back, slam, Daniel Ogilvy, and he's showing off his athleticism. We saw it yesterday, getting right to the basket and cleaning up the missed shot. 7-all, and there's a turnover as Miller not on the same page with Washington. Ball out of bounds off AIC.
Cameron Gross inbounding the ball.
Another guy who had a strong showing yesterday. Him and Ogilvy, big reason why Mercyhurst is so successful, the way they can crash the glass. Speaking of Ogilvy, he checks out as Moreau comes in, who had a strong second half. All the bigs played exceptionally well, and no surprise when you can make shots like that as Moreau with the turnaround jump shot on the baseline. Mercyhurst back out in front. Bonnie Terzic. Great drop pass, and Washington able to finish at the hoop.
That's great awareness to find his teammate.
9-all. 16:30 left in the first half. Gross. Near side corner. McIntyre. In the post now, back to Gross. Spins to his left and is able to scoop
Great
that one up
and
and
under.
in. Textbook. 11-9 Lakers. Terzic switches to his left, fading away, and he gets hit on the arm by Cam Gross. That'll be the first foul from either team in this one. And we'll see some free throws for Bonnie Terzic. Terzic, formerly of Uhart, just down I-91. First free throw good. Averaged just a tick under 11 points a game last year in 28-plus minutes. Also appeared in all 28 games for the Yellow Jackets last year, so he's able to stay healthy. Can't hit the second, so it remains a Lakers lead. Micah McIntosh hands it off to Zach McIntyre. McIntyre gets the return pass. Miller comes out to guard him. And we got a push-off called on Moreau.
AIC is doing a great job of denying the big men so far, being that AIC is a little outmatched as far as size.
Yeah, they're adjusting after getting killed on the glass yesterday. Those double teams certainly paying off so far. Zion Golding, tough three from Hicks, off the side of the rim, kept alive by Nicholas Lang, and he's able to get it to one of his teammates, and Mercyhurst will take it up court. Bradley, the lob, caught by Moreau, but he's fouled before going up by Terzic.
And that's the reason why I believe the AIC had a little bit of the better advantage to get a win here, because they seen yesterday of how they like to play. Obviously, the PSAC in general is a big man division, so them being able to deny the big man and box out will be a key to win this game today.
Yeah, two different conferences in terms of play style for sure in comparison to the NE10. Baseline jumper goes for Bradley. That's his first bucket of the game. 13-10. Miller. Terzic inside. Back out to Miller. Pass down low. Post move by Batista. He finishes with the left hand.
Great move and great patience.
Frank and Batista freshly into the game already. Getting on the score sheet. McIntosh. Back out to Lang. Lang drives, kicks it. Bradley, corner three-pointer. It's off. Lang with a one-handed rebound. The putback doesn't go. Batista is able to get there first, but it's off his foot out of bounds.
AIC so far is doing a great job switching on screen, switching everything just to stay in front of these big guys.
They get it right to Moreau, one of their biggest guys on the roster. Great defense from the freshman Washington. Terzic. Ball fake, but it's turned over to Lang.
Lazy pass by Terzic.
Bradley finds Lang. A relatively small lineup for Mercyhurst, if you can believe it right now, with the bigs they have on their roster, but got three of their smaller guards out there.
I think that speaks to a contest of them being number 10 ranked, and availability to see what the AIC is throwing at them. There's bringing them to them a small team, a small lineup, so you go small to match up with them.
Yeah, they certainly have options. Terzic goes up, thought he traveled. His shot rattles out. Rebound controlled by McIntyre. Both teams about to make wholesale substitutions. Still a 1-point advantage for the Lakers. Micah McIntosh from downtown knocks it down. It's what he loves to do. He knows how to knock it down from out there, and wasn't all that efficient yesterday, but he's 2 for 2 from the field and from the arc so far.
They'll definitely have to key in on him in order to win this game.
Another missed shot for the Yellow Jackets as they try to keep pace with this dynamic Lakers offense. Bradley, screen from Moreau, pass down low to the baseline, kick back out McIntosh. Three-pointer Lang, bounces in and out. Rebound Batista. Miller's pass knocked out. The trap got him, but we got a tie up. Batista was able to get his hands on it, so possession arrow is in favor of AIC. So a bit of a break after a ball that was kind of thrown into a trap. A couple of changes for both teams. Carlos Hub, the freshman who had an impressive showing yesterday, checks in, along with Walter Covington, who provided a little bit of a spark for the Yellow Jackets off the bench as well.
Jalen Jordan for AIC inbounding the ball here.
He was in the starting lineup yesterday. He got swapped out for Washington. Still played some pretty significant minutes for AIC. There's Jordan Vidal. Hub finds Jordan in the post. Turnaround, one dribble, jump shot, money. He's knocking that shot down. AIC's going to have a good chance in this one.
It's a great shot.
Lang hands it off to Steve Kennedy. Drive to the bucket, Moreau can't hit it.
Charge.
Offensive foul anyway, and I think that's the second on Moreau. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and check back out. In comes Oshale.
That's a great unselfish play to put his body on the line there and take the charge with that big body.
Just a personal foul on that one. So no team foul. Mercyhurst with 3 so far compared to AIC's 1. Vidal, baseline, hands it off. Covington, no hesitation. Shot is off. Rebound Batista. Kicked back out. Vidal will slow it. Tried catching, I think that was Joel Ufale by surprise, but instead it goes off in Yellow Jacket last, and Mercyhurst inbound underneath their own basket. 11.5 to play in the first half. 16-14. Nick Lang out to Oshale, who drives and hammers it down with 2 hands.
He can't let that happen. He can't let him get past him like that.
Vidal tries to answer, and he gets knocked down by Oshale. He'll head to the free throw line. Yeah, there wasn't really much resistance beneath the basket on that drive by Oshale. I mean, there was some good pressure at the top of the circle, but once he got by there was nothing but hardwood in front of him.
And if AIC big men continue to play like that, it'll be a hard, tough game.
Vidal with a chance to cut it to one possession. He does, hitting the first free throw. Jordan Vidal out of the Bronx. One of 3 seniors on this AIC roster, averaged 8.7 a game last year. Has some serious ties to the Springfield area, being coached at Springfield Commonwealth by current UMass assistant coach Tony Bergeron, a coaching legend out in Western Massachusetts. Also coached Woodstock Academy. See a lot of his former players now there up in Amherst playing for him now. Matt McCall.
AIC playing great defense right here, denying the ball. Wide open 3.
And it rattles out. Mercyhurst found the lapse but couldn't make AIC pay, and now Yellow Jackets have a chance to tie or perhaps take the lead. Vidal. Bounce pass to Jordan, hands it back to Vidal. Jordan. Covington going baseline. Kicked out, Batista able to win the loose ball. 7 on the shot clock. Pass a little wild and picked off by Mike Bradley.
In the first half here so far, I've seen a couple wild passes from AIC. They'll have to slow it down a little bit.
Oshale trying to show off his range, can't hit. Jordan. Hub. Back to Jordan. Good ball movement from the Yellow Jackets, and it pays off as Vidal knocks one down from 3, and AIC back out in front. Under 10 to play in the first half. Bench getting into it. They were very supportive yesterday throughout the game, even when it seemed like it was over, as Canetti can hit. Putback layup is no good from Lang. That was a missed opportunity.
Carlos, the freshman, got lucky right there. He'll have to learn how to box out as time goes on and he gets more experience.
And Hub gets it at the point. Down the right side, dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. So a tough couple of possessions for the freshman, but sometimes you just got to take your licks as a rookie.
Definitely. I think as time goes on, he gets more experience, more games goes in, he'll definitely get more comfortable. He was a little shaky yesterday from the three-point line, but I think today, he'll have a little bit better of an outing. Certainly
no lack of confidence. He's able to pull it from so far beyond the three-point line. His range is really something to behold. And if you got a freshman with that type of confidence, the sky's the limit. And there's a tough shot and the foul. Mike Bradley on the far side of the court drains the 18-footer, and he'll have a chance to tack on a free throw as Mercyhurst jumps back out in front. And there's the explanation from the officials. Didn't let him land. Fouls on Vidal's first. Bradley can't convert the and one. The lead stays at 1. Yellow Jackets look to answer. Zion Golding using his strength to get to the basket and lays it up and in.
That's just great work using your body, using his frame.
Some bully ball there from Golding. Canetti. Floater, tough shot. Rebound, Covington. Vidal scoops that one up, but he's fouled before he can get the shot off, and I think they're going to say that was actually shooting motion, though. Yep. So he will go to the line.
He's doing a great job so far of getting up and down the court, getting his shots off.
He didn't seem to get a lot of opportunities in the first half of that game, but the second half saw him a lot more involved offensively, and he's taken that momentum clearly into this game as he hits the first from the line.
Makai McIntosh back in for Mercyhurst.
He's tied with Bradley for the team lead in points at 6. Dahl knocks that one down as well. He's up to 7, team high for AIC. Yellow Jackets by 3. McIntyre down low to Ogilvy. It's the double team. Ogilvy forces up one with the right. No good. Rebound, Golding. Hub. Out to Jordan. He knocked one down earlier from that same spot, but he can't hit that one. McIntosh. Bradley. Out to Ogilvy. Jab fake, and that's going to be a travel on Bradley as he lifted that back foot before putting the ball down. That type of travel, I swear, always takes place in the corner when they're trying to fake going baseline and cutting towards the middle.
That's the exact move every time.
Don't see it too often anywhere else on the court, really just the corner and from the wing. Vidal thought he got bumped on the 3. It doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Bank shot from Covington from deep. Doesn't go. Covington hustling back. The ball is lost by Gross, but he's able to get it back. And we got a timeout called. We got, I think, a flop warning is what they called. They called that yesterday as well. I think they had it on Vidal.
Zach McIntyre handing the ball in.
Near side, it's McIntyre. Over to McIntosh. And the guard gets it back up at top, the junior. Shot no good from McIntosh, but the putback does go. That was Cam Gross picking up his first bucket of the game.
Another key to win this game, AIC will have to stop the offensive rebound battle from Mercyhurst.
Hub misses from downtown, and come the Lakers with an opportunity to jump back in front. 6:42 left in the first half. And we got a foul before the entry pass on Covington. That'll be the 4th team foul on AIC.
Kai will be passing the ball in for Mercyhurst into the paint, outside to the 3. And it's good.
Yeah, great ball movement off that inbound, and McIntyre makes him pay. Really good range for a guy his size.
That's great vision by the big man, too, to find that, be patient, and wait for the open shot.
So the Lakers ahead by 2. Hub. Back over to Vidal. Covington down low. Golding using that strength again to get to the basket. Couldn't hit, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, he's doing a great job of using his size. He's a big player, 6'4", 200-pound senior. He has some experience, has the size, and it's just great for him to put it all together and use it against his will.
Using his strength reminds me of another Zion Williamson.
Definitely.
He hits the first.
Only 3 inches shorter and maybe 85 pounds
Yeah,
lighter.
yeah. Golding out of Winter Garden, Florida. His career high, 28.
Breaks the second free throw.
He can't get that, and we got a foul called as Vidal was looking for it, and he got it. No, they got it on Vidal, actually. They got him for the trip. Vidal thought he got hit up high. And he's going to come out with his second foul here in this first half.
Donovan Miller, the young freshman playmaker, checking back in.
I like the depth that this Yellow Jackets team has at guard.
Definitely.
It helps when your young players and your freshmen can step up and show a level of maturity and basketball IQ like Miller. So no hesitation to put him back in. Your coach, Burkholder. 10 on the shot clock for Mercyhurst. McIntyre takes the 3. Doesn't go. Lang the offensive rebound. Lang in the corner. Drives. Great ball fake. Kicks it out. And McIntyre lays that one in with the left.
You know, like I said, one of the keys to this game, they'll have to do a better job at the offense on the offensive side of the ball. With Mercyhurst getting good offensive rebounds, you know, that's not going to work their big bodies. So I think they need to do a better job. Everybody needs to crash.
McIntyre held at the point by Micah McIntosh, who is the lone Canadian on this team from Ontario. And there's a tough shot from Ojeleye. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound. Lang. Great pass down low to Gross. Layup is good, and a timeout taken by AIC. 4:51 to go. I like that timeout call. Halt the momentum as Mercyhurst was starting to really get into a rhythm, both offensively, but as you mentioned, they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds as well.
Definitely can't happen. They'll need to clean that up in order to win this game. You know, they're only down by 5 points right now. Not too much of a stretch. They can still get back in this easily and clean this up.
Full timeout here. You're watching AIC basketball here on the NE10 Now network. Looking at the stat sheet so far in this one. AIC getting 7 from Golding as well as Vidal. 2 of 8 from beyond the arc compared to Mercyhurst 3 of 11. So both teams off to a relatively cold start, 3-point wise. I think we saw the same yesterday, and clearly both these teams are capable of scoring in the paint. We see guys like Golding for AIC getting inside, and we know what Ojeleye is capable of. So do you think that trend's going to continue, where we're going to see some more bully ball inside?
Yes, I do think we'll see a lot of more bully ball inside. Obviously, as Zion being one of the leaders for AIC, as well as Daniel. He's a great player. He's doing great inside right now. I think Mercyhurst is starting to draw a little bit away from the bully ball just because of the great job AIC is doing cluttering the paint and switching. Obviously, they got away from it a little bit the last 2 minutes there. But I think as time goes on, with this timeout, they'll be able to talk about it and get back into their game plan.
Yeah, as AIC creeps closer and closer to the basket after these shots, it leaves those kick-out three-pointers. They haven't exactly fallen just yet, but they've got capable three-point shooters. McIntosh, 2 for 2 on the night, the afternoon. Donovan Miller brings it up the court. Gives it off to Golding. Waits for his freshman guard to get open. Miller drives, and they get him for the travel.
Something that I see AIC players doing a lot, especially Donovan, he's getting to the baseline a little bit. I think he might want to stay a little bit away from there just because of the bigger bodies that's inside. He obviously had a great circus up and under layup earlier, but I think he just needs to stay a little bit outside of that area a little bit more.
Lakers looked prepared for that as they had that double team come and take away any space down the baseline. And we got a blocking foul now against the Yellow Jackets, and they'll get Terzic for that. That's his second. As both teams creep towards the bonus. Mercyhurst at 6 fouls, AIC at 5. Inbound finds McIntyre. Out to Lang. Jab steps, pulls it. Back iron. Golding controls the rebound. Terzic drives to his left, but the bounce pass doesn't find his teammate. Another turnover on AIC, the 7th so far in this one.
Their coach getting on them a little bit for what I had just mentioned earlier, coming to the baseline trying to find somebody to give the ball to.
McIntyre cross court, Lang. He'll try another 3 and once again can't get it to fall.
Great job by Hicks rebounding.
He finds Miller, drives up court. Ooh. Beautiful layup. Had to absorb a little bit of contact too, going to the rack, but he's able to throw that one high off the window and in. Lead back down to 1 possession for Mercyhurst. Off the screen, McIntyre working on Golding. Spins. Free throw line jumper is nothing but net.
Nothing Golding could do there. That was great defense. Hand right in his face.
McIntyre knows how to spread the floor. He's listed as a guard, but he's got to be the tallest guard on their team, standing at 6'5".
Great awareness by Cameron right there to kick the ball out to stop the water when Golding from getting the shot.
Golding with the side out. Miller on McIntosh. Golding. Back out. Golding 3. Doesn't go. And they're going to get a push on Washington. That'll be the 6th-team foul on AIC. Still waiting to see Washington get going. He's yet to take a shot. He's showed off his athleticism yesterday. Another one of these exciting freshmen that the Yellow Jackets have. Certainly one to watch this season. McIntosh, tough right-handed layup, and he's able to get the bounce.
A key to this game for Mercyhurst was for him to get going and as long with Daniel to make this game an easier game for them, and he's doing a great job of that so far.
There's Washington's first shot, a little long. Mercyhurst trying to build a lead going into halftime. Canetti, good look down low, and Ojole's fouled. It's on Washington. So that's 2 quick fouls for him now.
It's a great pass by the guards, junior guard Steve right there, into getting Daniel the open shot in the post. Obviously a foul.
So Daniel Ojole, Chicago native. I think they changed the foul here. Or no, not quite actually. Foul still for Washington. First free throw was good from Ojole. 2:27 to go. Chance to make it a 9-point game with the second one. And he does. Also helps when you got big men who can shoot free throws. Ojole pretty darn good from the line. Shot 70% last year. Hub. Miller drives, floater is in.
He's doing a great job of being patient, especially for a freshman.
It's up to 6 points. And he assisted on the first 2 buckets of the game. I think Mercyhurst trying to keep an eye on him, make sure he can't make a nice play, but that leaves them susceptible to giving up some of those shots from him. McIntosh to McIntyre, front rim, offensive rebound, Gross. Canetti, floater off the window. That's easy for him.
This game will continue this trend until AIC starts to win the rebound battle on the defensive side of the ball.
20-15 right now in favor of the Lakers. Hicks.
Great shot by Hicks.
Big three-pointer, cuts it to 2 possession with 1:15 left in the half. Hand it off to Canetti. Pass down low. Tried to kick it out, but Golding was right there to steal it. Final minute of the first half. Corner three-pointer for Hub. That would have been huge. Rebound, Canetti working on the break. Drives, swatted back by Batista. He had that tracked the whole way and fired that one straight into the hardwood. And Mercyhurst is going to use their timeout with 50 seconds left.
Great job by Batista to run the floor there, not give up on the play and block the shot. Because there was a good chance that could have been a foul.
Yep, he had to time that one perfectly, and he sure did. So a quick 30-second timeout. And I think Mercyhurst wanted to make sure that AIC didn't get any momentum off that block. But we'll see what happens in this final 50 seconds. Could really change the course of the game if AIC is able to win this final 50 seconds and take that momentum going into the second half. They trailed by 4 at the half yesterday. Got an opportunity to cut that deficit, and who knows, they could maybe even tie it before the end of the half.
100%. I think they're doing a great job right now. I think that they're doing a great job of getting back into the flow. As I said, their only problem right now, I would say, is on the offensive side, getting into the baseline, create turnovers, and then on this side of the ball, not getting the defensive rebounds.
Ogilvy on the catch. He'll go right up with it with the 2-for-1 opportunity. Offensive rebound, Gross puts it back up and in. AIC trying to hustle, but Miller just pulls it back out. Hicks, three-pointer, way off, and that ball goes out of bounds, and now Mercyhurst will have the final possession of the half. Shot clock off. The Yellow Jackets going to bring up a little bit of a full-court press. By a little bit, I mean send everybody up. Steve Canetti will bring it up on Hicks. Able to get it over half. 20 seconds left. Canetti sizing up Hicks. See if they'll run the isolation. He drives, kicks it out. Swung back to the top. McIntosh at the buzzer. Up. Tipped around, and that will be the end of the first half of play. The number 10 ranked Mercyhurst Lakers lead at 39-31. Final thoughts on that first half?
Well, as I've been saying, the biggest problem AIC has here is not getting the defensive rebounds. Mercyhurst is killing them on the offensive glass with the second chance points. They obviously did a great job of that yesterday. They're continuing it here. Hopefully in the second half, AIC will be able to get defensive rebounds and turn it up a little bit.
Yellow Jackets looking to come back and hand Mercyhurst their first loss of the season. Second half coming up next here on Any 10 Now.
We're looking for guys that are serious about getting an education, that want to get their degree, that are ultra competitive on the court, that love coming to practice every day, that love being part of the family atmosphere, because that's truly what we have here at AIC. Yeah, my philosophy, I don't know that it's changed too much. I mean, the game has changed a lot. You know, when I was an assistant coach, there was an emphasis put on throwing the ball inside. And now with the evolution of the game and guys becoming even more and more skilled, you don't see a lot of back to the basket guys. So the three-point shot has become something that...
Going into the second half, I think this is a great test for AIC to test how they are playing, especially with a lot of freshmen that has to take over and step up and be kind of the main scorer, the main leaders for this team. I think it's a great test for AIC, and we'll see how it finishes here.
5 out there for AIC are Miller, Golding, Washington, Terzic, and Hicks. Second half underway. Daniel Ogilvy drops it off for Bradley. Return to Ogilvy. Moving around the perimeter, Bradley. In the corner, McIntosh, three-pointer. Picking up right where he left off.
He's doing a great job so far. As we said, key for this game was for him to step up along with Daniel, and he's doing a great job stepping into that role, having a better bounce-back game than yesterday.
It's 3 for 4 from deep. Travel called against AIC, and a tough start to the half for the Yellow Jackets. They had a tough end of the half as well, that final 50 seconds. Had some momentum going in, but a big timeout, and then Mercyhurst was able to manage the clock well and take an 8-point lead in the half. They now lead it by 11. Ogilvy tries to drive with a left-hand block by Golding. Went straight up with that one. No look pass, and it's just over the head of Washington. Miller had him cut into the hoop and had everyone in the gym faked on that one, but a little too much on that one.
Golden's doing a great job so far on Daniel. I think he's, his matchup. That was a great block by him on the help side.
Showing off his vertical, getting up and rejecting that one. Tough layup is good. McIntosh continuing his impressive afternoon. The lead up to 13, largest of the game. Terzic got knocked off the ball on the play. Hicks, pull up mid-range, is off. Washington with a nice rebound, goes right back up with it and gets it in. That's what AIC is going to need to crash the offensive glass to try to chip away at that deficit.
It's a great shot by Hicks. That's kind of his regular shot, that pull-up jumper. Little rare occasion to see him miss that one.
Even with little space to operate, he can still get that shot off as McIntosh misses. On the break, it's Hicks. Drives all the way and able to get the layup back down to single digits. Coach Manchell wanted to pick up the pace for Mercyhurst. Bradley stutter stepped with the right hand, nothing but net. Strong game for Bradley. He's up to 8 points. Golding looking to get rid of it. He finds Hicks. Miller with his left. Back out to Hicks. Entry pass finds Golding. Working on Ogilvy. Spin move. Blocked by Ogilvy. And he's able to knock the rebound away from Golding.
That was a great move. Just better defense from Daniel.
Getting a little bit of revenge on Golding after he blocked him in the start of the half. Cam Gross, corner, McIntosh, in and out. Offensive rebound, but a foul called as Zach McIntyre got the hand of Tyree Washington.
I mentioned AIC needing to step up the rebound battle here in the second half, and it starts with boxing out. That was a great job boxing out right there.
McIntosh and McIntyre to the bench, replaced by Canetti and Lang. Seem to be the 6 and 7 guys on this team, quickly coming off the bench early in the half. Miller out to Hicks, left open, can't get it to fall.
I would like to see Hicks go a little bit more to the rack a little bit more. Being a 185 guard, he's a little bit more, big for a guard. So I think he, using his body type, will be able to get more layups, easy contact.
It's 3 for 8 from the field, 2 for 5 from deep. Canetti front rims the 3. Offensive rebound comes all the way out to Gross. Bradley, so smooth finishing with those floaters, and a timeout taken by AIC.
See, I think the main problem with why their AIC is not getting the rebounds is because they're not in the position to get the rebounds. Obviously, besides boxing out the player, they're not just in position. You know, when the ball comes down, they're looking at the ball. Okay, let me just go get it. You have to box that. You have to box out. You have to locate the ball. You have to jump, secure it, and get out to the break.
Yeah, some of these rebounds have come all the way back out to the three-point arc. Like that one there, Gross was, albeit in the right place at the right time, but there have been times where the ball's just kind of found nobody, and those loose balls have been going the way of Mercyhurst, and it's showing right now on the score sheet.
And that can't happen. You've seen a couple times players like Shaheem Hicks or other players, guards, get into the basket and helping out on the rebounds. But you need that every possession because you see we're getting killed on the offensive glass, and that's the only way that they're going to get back into this game and have a chance to win this game is the rebound battle.
16-10 remaining. 48-35. Mercyhurst looking to improve to 6-0 on the season as they continue their strong start here in Division II. Terzic, stutter step. Great footwork.
Great move.
And a nice finish with the right hand for Bane Terzic. 11-point game. Gross gives it off. Canetti is fouled by Washington, and that was one where he just got a little too over anxious trying to get out there and block that and ended up right in Canetti's space. So
the ref called a foul, but I think that was a little bit after the shot. Little slight second late, but it's foul nevertheless.
So Steve Canetti to the line, Maryland native. Transferred from Wheeling Jesuit. He knocks that one down. Canetti had 8 yesterday, and that was the first game of the season he didn't reach double figures. Looks to rectify that this afternoon as he goes 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Offensive rebound controlled by Ufale. But we had a timeout taken.
Great awareness by the junior forward right there to call a timeout. He felt like he was getting pressured back to the wall. Timeout. Keep it from getting a turnover.
So another quick 30-second timeout there. AIC also in action just down the road at the Mass Mutual Center for hockey as they play their second game against the Holy Cross Crusaders. They went off yesterday with a 6-0 victory against Holy Cross, and they look to improve their record to 13-3 this afternoon. That game, I believe it's underway now, or it's about to start. 2:05, the puck drop, so just about 5 minutes away.
Steve, junior guard, handing the ball in right here.
Lobs it up, and Moreau can't hang on to it. Loose ball still. Terzic scoops it out of the pile. Golding drives, kicks it out. Smart pass to
That
Vidal.
is great vision by the senior right there. Great vision. Great patience, great poise to just sit there and find the open man.
Lead down to 10. Lang, step back, that's a long 2, way off and out of bounds. AIC trying to build some momentum here. Spin move by Vidal. Can't get the foul call. And up court come the Lakers. Bradley fakes the pull-up. Down low, Lang with a beautiful reverse layup.
Great layup.
Terzic drives into a group of Lakers and loses control. Canetti all the way to the basket, and he will go back to the line as he is fouled. As they're going to get that one on Golding.
You know what I'm noticing here? AIC is more, well, Mercyhurst is more of a fast-paced playing team, and I think AIC is playing to that, and they need to play away from that. They need to slow the game down because obviously they have the bigs in the paint. They need to slow the game down, find the best open shot, and as you can see, when they do that on these possessions, they're able to score and get a good basket.
Canetti knocks down the first. And he hits them both. Terzic, up fake by Jordan. He'll go with the mid-range. Can't bank it home.
See, but when they're patient right there, they get the much better shot. Of course, it's an in or out make, but it's a much better shot when they're patient with the ball.
Yeah, some good looks from AIC. They just haven't been falling. Moreau loses that one, and it glanced off of Jalen Jordan. So it'll stay with the Lakers. 12 on the shot clock. Golding checks out. That'll bring back in Frank and Batista. Moreau, 6 on the shot clock, and loses out of bounds once again, now down to 5. So Mercyhurst is going to need a quick shot off this inbound. Bradley looking to get it in. Bounce pass finds Moreau. He just has to get a shot up and draws the foul.
I knew they were going to find a way to get the foul call right there. I was just going to say AIC has to be careful right here because there's 5 seconds left, and with the big men, they're going to try to absorb the contact, and they fell for it.
Yeah, looking for Moreau the whole way. Good pass in by Bradley, and that'll send him to the line. First one bounces home for Melchizedek Moreau from Hamburg, Germany, graduate transfer from St. Bonaventure, an A10 team in Division I. He's able to hit both free throws. Vidal gets the handoff from Jordan. Batista. Terzic, no hesitation, pull up, and he drains it. Terzic now with 6 on the afternoon. Canetti front rims the mid-range. Rebound for Batista. Spin by Vidal, and it's a blocking foul.
It's a great spin into the lane to get his wide open shot.
Good call, as well as Joel Ufale could not quite get his feet set. I think he was also in the restricted area anyways, so.
That is a great call because I feel as though AIC has not been getting a couple of calls that they should have been getting.
Jordan Vidal hits the first. It's his 3rd trip to the line in this game, so he's shown off his aggression attacking the basket. 11 points, now looking to make it an even dozen. To cut the lead down to 11. He gets it. 6 for 6 from the line. 56-45, 13-13 left in the second half. Nick Lang looking in the corner. Zach McIntyre back in alongside Micah McIntosh. Great read by Vidal. Picks that pass off. Pointing out a screen there. A good pass down
Great
low.
Pass.
Jordan lays it in. Timeout taken by Mercyhurst. Leads back down to single digits as the Yellow Jackets are buzzing with 12:49 to go in the second half.
Thing is, though, they will need to keep this going. They will need to keep this momentum. They will need to keep great defense, great finding a shot. Like I said, when they find the patience to get their right shot, they normally make it. It's all about miss or make at that point. But when they take their patience, take their time, and find the wide open shot, it's normally a good thing for AIC.
Yeah, just 2 points off turnovers in the first half for AIC, but right there you see Vidal gets the steal, takes it up court himself, picked up a screen from Batista, and just a great look down low to Jordan and an easy look at the basket. Those easy looks, they've been there for AIC. I think sometimes they've settled for some of these outside jump shots, and it's hurt them offensively, but when they're attacking the basket, they're getting some really good looks, even with these impressive bigs from Mercyhurst.
Definitely, like you said, like they need to continue to just run the floor, get up and down. And I think both teams are doing a great job. I think AIC in the first minute or so came out a little flat. They started to obviously pick it back up right here, which led to this timeout. But like I said, like I've been saying, I think if they continue to rebound, continue to stay patient with their shot choosing, their shot choice, and continue to body these big men in the paint, I think they'll have a great chance of winning this game.
56-47, Mercyhurst on top. You're just joining us, Colin Casey alongside Salim Messiah, bringing you coverage of AIC men's basketball on NE10 now. A cold afternoon here from Springfield, Massachusetts.
Definitely. I'm from New Jersey, so I'm not used to the negative weather.
Nick Lang. In the corner, McIntyre. Ufale. Bounce pass out to Ojale. Down low, McIntyre, loose ball. Ball batted around and picked up by AIC, but it's going to be a travel as Batista stumbled and fell down. And it's a tough break because not only does the possession go back.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, possession goes back to Mercyhurst, but also they get a fresh shot clock because it was down to 3 when that loose ball took place.
That's a tough call. I don't know, what do you think about that call right there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the official saw that his knee came down, and maybe that was the traveling motion. But
okay.
The tough thing is establishing whether he had possession at that point, as Mercyhurst makes him pay with the Ojale mid-range jumper. An opportunistic team. That's why they're number 10 in the country. Batista hands it to Terzic. Walter Covington. Back to Terzic. Baseline. Great bounce pass by Vidal and put back up and in by Jordan. Those two have got a connection going right now in this second half.
Vidal is doing great as transforming the offense, finding the open shot, the correct shot, getting players open in their spots.
And we got a foul away from the play on AIC. They got Terzic. Got him with a hold. That's his third foul. Or actually, I think they might have gotten on Jordan. That would be his second. Inbounded to Ufale. 3 from McIntosh doesn't go. AIC charging up the court. Vidal, another bounce pass down low to Covington. What a second half. Jordan Vidal facilitating the offense and the bench getting into it on their feet. 7-point game. Lang to McIntosh. Drives on Batista. Ooh. Shot is short. Covington with the rebound. He's able to save it. Vidal, head up court. Drives baseline, loses it, but he's fouled. McIntosh bumped him.
Vidal is doing a great job of getting players wide open to their spots. He's doing a great job of coming up the court fast and finessing the defense, getting to his spot, swiftly through the defense. He's doing a great job right now.
A little smaller lineup now for the Lakers. Scanati and Bradley both check in. Bounce pass down low, Jordan. Pulls it back out, back down low. And
foul.
Batista is fouled, trying to spin to the hoop. I think it might have been before the shot. We'll see what the officials determine. And that is the case. Fouls on Michael Bradley. Just his first. Inbounded by Vidal out to Batista. Carlos Hub back in the game for AIC. Loose ball, Batista has it. 6 on the shot clock, out to Vidal. Charge into the hoop, foul called, it's a block.
Vidal's just doing a great job right now being aware of what's happening on the court, whether it's dishing it to the wide open man or getting contact for the foul.
And so it'll be 2 shots for him. He's 6 of 6 from the line. just one would cut it to a 2-possession game. There it is, 7 for 7. And while offensive rebounding-wise, it's still spread out 12-4, Salim, they've closed the gap defensively. It's 20-18.
100%. That's a part of what they needed to do, but they will still need to continue to get better on the defensive glass just because they're getting the second chance shots.
58-53. This is the closest it's been since the first half.
It'll be interesting to see Donovan Miller check in right here, being that he was, the crafty playmaker in the beginning of the game. Obviously, Vidal at the end here just started to get away with that, so it'll be interesting to see if they continue with that with their point guard or will they shy away from that.
Lang, 12 on the shot clock, out to Canetti. And I think we got a foul away from the play. Yeah, they're going to get Batista. So Bradley inbound underneath his own basket, under AIC's basket, I should say. Ogilvy looking to pull one. He does, but it's short. Rebound Batista. Ahead to Walter Covington. Batista. Out to Carlos Hub. Under 10 to play, and there's a foul on Lang as he hit Jordan as he got that ball in the post. That's 16 fouls now on Mercyhurst, approaching that 1-and-1 bonus. AIC with 5. So could come down to free throws.
You know, I do love that big man rotation they have with number 23 and 11 for Mercyhurst. It's a great big man rotation. Both are great quality big men.
Moreau checks in for Ogilvy, and very talented big men that they both have. Great options coming off the bench, and Moreau. Hub with 7 on the shot clock, all the way to the hoop, and he gets it up and in. An impressive shot from the freshman, and it is a 1-possession game with 9:35 to go.
1-1.
Yeah, you got a little bit of contact as well, throwing that floater up. Lang loses control of it briefly, but is able to avoid getting called for a carry. Floater from Bradley, that's off. Last touched by AIC as I think Moreau smartly backed his hand away from it at the last second. Bradley into Moreau. Quick shot up and in. Great play off the inbound. Lead up to 5. Jordan. Hub down to Miller. Spins.
Ooh,
Great footwork. Blocked by Lang. Saved by Miller, but Bradley right there waiting for it. Up court come the Lakers. Bradley is fouled by Hub. Probably a good foul, as I think Bradley had an easy lane to the basket after getting by him.
That was a great recovery block on the other end by Mercyhurst.
Yeah, Nick Lang closing out to get that shot.
Interesting to see Zion Golden check back in right here.
Yeah, he's been a huge player for AIC this afternoon with 7 points and a real physical presence on both ends. McIntyre down low. Moreau. Pass is knocked away. Good hands by Covington. 12 on the shot clock. 8:41 on the game clock. Mercyhurst leading AIC 60 to 55, I should say. Bradley. Moreau getting downhill. Throws one up and lays it in. Melchizedek Moreau with some big shots in this second half, just like yesterday. Good hands by Bradley. Ball is tipped. Moreau chasing after it, still loose. Bradley comes away with what a pass to Moreau, and he throws it down with 2 hands. Mercyhurst not quitting on that loose ball, and the lead is back up to 9.
As you can see here, I don't know if anybody noticed the trend, but AIC started to play a little bit more fast-paced. When they were playing slow pace, that's when they were able to cut into the lead.
Covington out to Jordan. Long 2-pointer, short. Rebound Lang.
He made that shot earlier in the first half on the other side. And he shot that again. This is his third time shooting it. He hasn't been able to knock it down since the first time.
Bradley's pass tipped, still finds its way to McIntyre. Perimeter ball movement. Moreau goes baseline. He scored each of the last 6 points for Mercyhurst, but that's going to be a travel.
I think another key to AIC is here, I think they've been doing a great job of tipping the balls. They just haven't been able to grab them and really take them over and create a turnover off of it. I think as time goes on and they're able to grab the ball instead of just tipping it, it'll be a much better job.
Tyree Washington about to check in. Terzic. Tough shot from Miller and somehow finds a way to get that one up and in.
No foul call.
Yeah, he's been getting a tough whistle in this game. Lakers by 7. Kick out to Lang. Lang guarded tightly by Terzic. Moreau. There's an audible slap on Moreau, and he still finishes it. Moreau taking over.
He's just a big guy.
Miller driving all the way out. Layup is up and rolls out. Boy, that would have gotten quite the reaction out of the Yellow Jackets bench, but Miller will still shoot 2 free throws, and that officially pushes Mercyhurst into the bonus. Third foul called on Moreau. So that'll send Miller to the line. Donovan Miller from Clarksburg, Maryland, went to DeMatha Catholic, one of the premier high schools, as the first free throw misses in the Washington, D.C. area. Some incredible alum from that school. Adrian Dantley, Hall of Famer. Victor Oladipo, former first overall pick Markelle Fultz. And all the Grant brothers as well, currently in the NBA. Stretches to football as well. Second overall pick Chase Young from there as well. But Miller,
great company.
Miller unable to hit either of the free throws. The lead remains at 9. Bradley down low. Gross, cross court. McIntyre drives to the hoop. Tough floater is good. And it's back to double digits after AIC able to get it down to 5. I think it was actually as low as 3 at one point. Washington on Gross, kick back out. Terzic, baseline, not a lot of room to operate. Covington spins in, he's going to draw a foul, and that's going to send Covington to the line. It's on Lang. 8th team foul. So Walter Covington, the 4th, heading to the line. And he hits the first. Junior transfer from Prairie View A&M. Second one doesn't fall. And so it's a 10-point game with 6 minutes to play. Michael Bradley, left-handed finish, can't go. Lang can't get the rebound. Pass up ahead, Covington tracks it down. Tough layup with the right hand, and he gets it in.
Great effort by Covington right there. Ball thrown ahead of him. He was able to still track it down and finish the ball.
Bringing some of that experience as a junior. Coming up big right now in the second half. 8-point game. McIntyre crossing over, trying to wrap that pass around. There's a foul as Miller gets pushed to the ground by Gross after getting beat to that loose ball, and that's going to send Donovan Miller back to the free throw line.
You know, I mentioned just a couple minutes ago, they were doing a great job getting the tip on the ball, but I think they need to do a better job of grabbing it. Obviously, right there, they were able to do that. Mercyhurst being in the bonus, they're sent to the free throw line to possibly send this to a 6-point game with 5:26 left.
Miller couldn't hit on either of his free throws last time, and once again, ball just rattles out. Stays an 8-point game. Next trip to the line for AIC is 2 shots the rest of the way. Nick Lang gets the return, working on Terzic. Kick back out, McIntyre on Covington. Pass is tipped ahead, Washington on the break, and he can't jam it down with one hand. Ball goes out of bounds. Oh, man.
You would love to get that one back.
Yeah, I mean, that would have made it a 2-possession game.
Man.
It looked like it just kind of slipped out of his hands as he was going up with one hand.
But it's imperative that he doesn't let that, bring him down.
Yeah, learning moment.
Lets it go, move on, Nets play mentality.
Still plenty of time for AIC to get back in it, trailing by 8. 68-60. Ogilvy. Drive to the hoop and a foul called. I think that might have been before. Yeah, it's 1-1. So foul was called on Hicks. That's just his first.
Man, if you're AIC, you look back at the free throw that Donovan had. You look at the missed dunk by number 24. You wish you could get those back, but you can't. So it's important to have Nets play mentality right here and continue to play.
First free throw good from Micah McIntosh. He's up to 14 on the afternoon. Make it 15. Lead up to 10. Vidal back in. And Golding will back down Lang. A lot of movement from AIC. Ball is tipped up a couple of times and finally controlled by McIntyre. 4.5 remaining. Lang at the top of the three-point arc. Seven on the shot clock. Ogilvy drives. Tough layup
shot.
is good over Golding. And that could be a huge one as that pushes it to a dozen. Vidal turns it over. Up ahead, McIntosh. Driving on Golding. Left-handed layup is no good, but he is fouled. So he'll go right back to the free throw line. Golding committing the push. His second. McIntosh, the leading scorer this afternoon for Mercyhurst. That puts him up to 16. He had 6 20-point games last year, still looking for his first this year, and he's going to at least come close to it. 17 now.
You mentioned the key to the game was him stepping up big time and being a better force and threat in this game than he was last game. And he's doing a great job of, completing that task today.
Jordan Vidal. Work down low to Golding, cross court Terzic. No hesitation, but it's a good closeout and a block by Michael Bradley. McIntosh will slow it down. Cognizant of the clock. Weaving his way through traffic out to McIntyre. Now McIntosh going to let this go all the way down. ISO on Golding. He drives to the hoop, kicks it out. And a good mid-range jumper for Nick Lang as Vidal went hard to the floor there. 16-point lead for Mercyhurst. And there's a turnover, but Golding able to reel it back in. Largest lead of the game for the Lakers. Nine on the shot clock. Vidal lobs it a little too high for Washington. Bradley. Working on Hicks. Crosses over through the legs. Nice pass all the way to the far side to McIntyre, but he gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper, nothing but net for Michael Bradley. He's got a dozen. Under 2 minutes to play. Pass gets low in the feet of Washington. Good bounce pass by Vidal. Vidal, the quick release. It's off the mark. Washington fighting for the rebound. It's a jump ball between him and Bradley, getting a little tangled up. And got a substitution here as Washington comes out. Jordan checks in for him.
A big part of the reason why Mercyhurst were able to jump out to an 18-point lead right here is they started to play too fast. They started to play towards a Mercyhurst playing style rather than slowing down the game, playing to their play style. And they started to get a little lax with their passing right at the end there, and that's what led to it all. Fast break points. As we said earlier, Mercyhurst is a great fast break team, and that's what led to this 18-point lead right here.
And Mercyhurst didn't shoot well at all in this game from deep. 4 for 20 so far. AIC a little bit better at 5 for 17. So not an efficient game from outside. But in the end, Mercyhurst just using their bigs to their advantage as McIntosh can't hit. Lang gets the rebound, and he will back it all the way back to the top of the half-court line. 50 seconds left.
Even though it's the end of the game, that's a part of it right there. You see right there, there's no bots out by AIC player. And
we got a discussion here between Hicks not happy with Lang over something. And that over the back foul is going to prompt some free throws, so chance for Bane Terzic to add to his total this afternoon. He's got 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting. A rebound, assist, and a steal. Two shots. Nails the first. While we have time here, who would be your player of the game in this one? I mean, I think there's an obvious choice for Mercyhurst.
I think, to me, Mekhi McIntosh is the player of the game. Obviously, he didn't have a good outing last game. And, as I said earlier today, I think AIC was a favorite to win this game to me, only because they played them yesterday. They got to see how they like to work their big men. And AIC did a little bit of a better job containing their big men today. So it was up to Mekhi McIntosh to take this game over, which he did, and they came out here with the win.
Terzic goes 2 for 2 from the line. And he's the only guy who had success from the three-point arc for Mercyhurst. He went 3 of 8.
Yeah.
The only other 3 came from McIntyre. 30 seconds left, 20 on the shot clock. As a couple of guys getting some opportunity here. There's Junior Oscar. Tony Henderson pulling it back out on Bruce St. Tillis. Steal there, and up court come the Yellow Jackets all the way to the hoop, and drawing the foul is St. Tillis, so he'll go to the line for 2, the Plainville, Mass native. Another one of those freshmen getting his first playing time of his collegiate career. Back irons the first free throw.
Great aggressive move by him to get to the basket.
Second one bounces out, so first collegiate points will have to wait for St. Tillis. Final seconds tick off from Springfield, and it's going to be a sweep for Mercyhurst as they continue their undefeated start to the season. They knock off AIC by a final of 78-62 in this Saturday afternoon matchup. Salim, any final thoughts on this contest?
Well, the only final thoughts I would say is AIC, obviously the defensive rebounding battle, that was a big thing. As I said, pretty much the whole game, they just had to play to their style of play, which is a slower pace. And I think if they were able to do that a little bit more at the end of the game and obviously lessen the turnovers, it would have been an easy victory. But other than that, everything is the same, and I think AIC